In this lesson, we'll review in identifying the error problem. It's part of the writing multiple choice. We're on page 659, question 21 out of 29. This is a moderate problem. The new system, which uses remote cameras and the catching of speeding motorists, may undermine the police department's authority. We have to identify the error, find the mistake, and I always recommend thinking about what the correct version should be to reinforce the rule and help you work more efficiently. So the new system which uses, we could look for subject-verb agreement, but the system is singular, so uses is correct. Remote cameras in the catching of speeding motorists. Definitely nothing wrong with speeding motorists. And C, may undermine. And some students I've heard have said should it be might or may, and that's really too picky, the distinction between the two. Might actually is a little bit more remote, but that's too pedantic. That will not be tested. It has to be a glaring or egregious error. And then we're down to really just B and E. And I think a lot of students who aren't so well versed in the rules end up with more E's than are necessary. And typically there's only 18 of these on the whole test. On the SAT, it's usually only about 3 or 4. If you end up with more than that, you probably miss some errors. So here we've got, let's take a look at B, in the catching of. Now there's nothing really wrong with this grammatically, but I'm going to give you a tip. In the catching of. So we've got a preposition, and in the catching of, this ing ending creates this preposition again. It's really sort of bulky or wordy. So here's the tip. If you see a preposition that's going to create the ing ending, sort of a bulky phrase, if you look at the verb, so we've got in the catching of, that's in this case here it becomes a gerund, but if you can turn this into a verb and just the infinitive. Now the infinitive of a verb is just the verb, it's just to plus the verb. So let's try that. So instead of all this in the catching of with these two prepositions, take this and we're going to create the infinitive. So we're going to say the new camera, which uses remote cameras to catch speeding motorists, may undermine the police department's authority. That's much better. It's much more direct. So again, if you see this bulky phrase with a preposition, try to replace it with the infinitive. This would be the error, and it definitely is a much more direct and crisp way of saying it as opposed to B. All right, so the answer here is B. See you next time. Thanks for watching.